So in talking about religious life, how would you define, or who would you say are the Sisters of the Precious Blood?
I would say the Sisters of the Precious Blood we are very faith-filled women. We're women of prayer. We're women of the church. And I think it's important, our charism is reconciliation. Well, what does that mean? To me, one of the very real manifestations of that is we all know the Catholic Church has its problems. It has its sinfulness and its brokenness, just like we do as individual human beings or any group of human beings that we belong to. However, because of the charism of reconciliation, I still want to minister in the church, with the church, for the faith as it's expressed in the church, rather than just walking away and saying that's a flawed institution and I'm washing my hands of it. It's me actively engaging in church ministry. So I think that's who we are. And I think we also are people who reach out to people's needs. While we aren't, our charism isn't social justice. When there's a need that's presented to us, we're going to do what we can to address that need. And that was one of the things that made Hope House happen. You know, I didn't know anything about homeless people, but I knew that it was troubling to me that I had women with children in holding their hands, standing at the convent door, asking if we had food at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I knew something had to happen. And I think we're also good collaborators. I couldn't have made Hope House happen. They call me the founding mother and they ask me to come and speak every year. But I didn't do that by myself. I engaged the people because I knew people of faith care about those things. And we made it happen. I didn't make it happen. And that's who, to me, who our community is. It's the best of who we are.
Yeah. So what kind of woman would you like to see enter and become a Sister of the Precious Blood?
I think a woman who really wants to join us and engage with us needs to be someone with a sense of humor and a deep sense of prayer. Someone who's can take initiative and get things started, but values the coming together, values community. But community isn't something that is like you just walk in and you're living with a group of people so you have community. No, you have to work at community. You have to reach out, whether you're making phone calls or Zooming or emailing or texting. It's that outreach, it's that engagement. Just living in a house with other sisters does not a community make. In order to make community, you have to work at it. And I want people who are passionate about working for God and God's people. Someone who can embrace the church with its sinfulness and brokenness and not just constantly criticize the church. We need to work with our priests and with our bishops, and we need to come together. And those are some of the qualities that I think are most important.
Yeah, that's awesome.